In the heart of a brutal Montana snowstorm, a symbol of freedom fell from the sky. A majestic bald eagle, who we'd come to know as Apollo, plummeted 200 feet, his body crashing into a frozen field. He'd collided with a power line, a hidden danger in the whiteout, and his wing was shattered. For 12 agonizing hours, he lay there, his life slowly fading in the biting cold. That's when wildlife rescuer Sarah Chen got the call. A race against time had begun. Finding him was a miracle in itself, a dark shape against the endless white. But when she reached him, the reality was grim. He was barely conscious, his magnificent wing broken and mangled. At the wildlife hospital, the diagnosis was devastating. The lead veterinarian looked at Sarah and said, "If we can't operate within the next 6 hours, he will never fly again." The clock was ticking and hope was fading fast. But Apollo wasn't just any eagle. He was a father, a provider. 40 miles away, his lifelong mate and their 2 young eaglets waited in a massive nest, completely dependent on him for food. Without him, his entire family would likely perish in the harsh winter. The decision was made. The team had to try. They weren't just fighting to save one life. They were fighting to save 4. This is the true story of Apollo's impossible journey, from a frozen field on the brink of death to soaring free once more. It's a story of a rescue mission that defied all odds and restored hope against a backdrop of chilling statistics. The operating room was tense. This wasn't a simple procedure. The delicate bones of an eagle's wing are hollow to allow for flight, making them incredibly difficult to repair. The surgery was a high-wire act, a 4-hour marathon of pins, wires, and immense skill. The chances of success, just 30%. For 4 hours, the veterinary team worked tirelessly, piecing together the shattered wing, knowing that a single millimeter of misalignment could mean Apollo would be grounded forever. As the final stitch was placed, a collective breath was held. The surgery was complete, but the real battle was just beginning. Apollo survived the surgery, but his spirit was broken. The first few days of recovery were heartbreaking. Confined to a small enclosure, he was confused and distressed. He couldn't understand why his powerful wings wouldn't respond. We watched him try to stretch his injured wing, only to be met with pain and frustration. It was a crushing sight, seeing such a powerful creature so utterly helpless. The road ahead looked impossibly long. 8 weeks of intensive physical therapy. 8 weeks of doubt, determination, and a whole lot of faith. The physical therapy was grueling for both Apollo and his caretakers. It started with gentle stretches, manipulating the wing to prevent the muscles from seizing up. He fought it at first, his sharp beak and talons a clear sign of his displeasure, but slowly a trust began to form. He seemed to understand that these humans were there to help. Week by week, he grew stronger. He started eating on his own, his bright eyes regaining their fierce spark. We moved him to a larger flight cage, a crucial test. The first time he tried to fly, he stumbled, crashing to the floor. Our hearts sank. Had it all been for nothing? But Apollo, true to his name, was a fighter. He tried again, and again. Each attempt was a little stronger, a little higher. He was building back the muscle, reteaching his body how to do what was once effortless. Meanwhile, reports from the field told an incredible story of their own. His mate had not abandoned the nest. Against all odds, she was managing to hunt for herself and the 2 eaglets, a near impossible task for a single parent. She was waiting. Her loyalty was a beacon of hope that fueled the rescue team's efforts. She was keeping the family alive, holding on for his return. Then came the day everything changed. After nearly 2 months of relentless work, Apollo stood at one end of the long flight cage. He looked at the far perch, stretched his wings, both of them, and with a powerful push, he launched into the air. He didn't just flutter. He flew strong, steady, and true. He soared the length of the enclosure and landed perfectly. The room erupted in cheers and tears. It was the moment we had all been praying for. He was ready. The day of his release was emotional. We took him back to the area where he was found, near his home territory. Opening the carrier, we all held our breath. He paused for a moment, taking in the familiar landscape, the crisp mountain air, and then, with a single powerful beat of his wings, he launched into the sky. He circled once, twice as if to say thank you, and then he flew, soaring higher and higher until he was a speck against the vast blue. But the story doesn't end there. A few days later, our field team captured the moment we had all dreamed of. Apollo reunited with his mate, delivering food to their nest. The family was whole again, a sight that brought tears to everyone's eyes. It was a perfect ending, a testament to resilience, loyalty, and the incredible bond between humans and wildlife. Apollo's story is a miracle, but it's also a stark reminder. Bald eagles were once pushed to the very brink of extinction. In 1963, only 417 breeding pairs were left in the lower 48 states. Conservation efforts brought them back, a huge success story, but they still face grave dangers every single day. Every year, hundreds of eagles die from collisions with power lines just like Apollo did. Many more are lost to lead poisoning from ammunition, habitat loss, and illegal shooting. Shockingly, only about 40% of injured eagles even survive long enough to make it to a rescue center. Apollo beat impossible odds. Most are not so lucky, but we can help change that. You can support local raptor rehabilitation centers that do this life-saving work. If you ever see an injured bird of prey, report it to wildlife authorities immediately. Advocate for bird-safe power lines in your community and choose non-lead ammunition when hunting. And most importantly, share stories like Apollo's, share them to inspire others, to raise awareness and to remind people that these magnificent creatures need our protection. Have you ever seen a bald eagle in the wild? What would you do if you found an injured one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Apollo's story shows that miracles can happen when we choose to act. Thank you for watching and for believing that every creature deserves a fighting chance. If his comeback inspired you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more incredible rescue stories.